So, Ramadan is here, and our focus naturally shifts to spirituality, which is amazing. But, to really make the most of this time, our bodies have to be at their best. And a huge part of that is something a lot of us struggle with: hydration. So, in this explainer, we're going to build a super simple, practical plan to keep you feeling energized and hydrated all the way from iftar to suhoor. Let's dive in.
Does this sound familiar to you? You're a few hours into your fast and that dreaded headache or that wave of exhaustion just starts to creep in? It's so easy to blame it on a lack of food or maybe your morning coffee, but chances are the real culprit is something much, much simpler: dehydration.
And that right there brings us to our first big topic, the Ramadan Hydration Challenge. It really is a puzzle, isn't it? Because just chugging a ton of water right at suhoor and hoping for the best, well, it just doesn't work.
And this is where it all starts to make sense. Those common issues we just mentioned, the headaches, the fatigue, even things like constipation, they're often just direct signals from your body screaming, "Hey, I need more water." This goes way beyond just feeling a little thirsty. It actually affects how your entire body performs all day long.
Okay, so to fix the problem, we first have to really understand the solution. So, Section 2, the vital role of water. Let's do a quick breakdown of why it's so incredibly important.
Just think of water as your body's own personal support system. It's working behind the scenes, regulating your temperature, it's delivering all those great nutrients from iftar, and it's flushing out toxins. It even plays a huge role in your mood and your ability to focus during prayers. When you're fasting, every single one of these jobs becomes absolutely critical.
Alright, so we get it, we need water. But the big question is, how much? You've probably heard a magic number thrown around, which brings us to the mystery we're going to solve today: the 3-liter target.
That's right, 3 liters. It's the number you'll hear most often from health experts as a really great target for adults during Ramadan. Now, I know, that might sound like a huge amount of water, but the logic behind it is pretty simple. It's all about systematically replacing the fluids your body loses during those long hours of fasting. But, and this is a big but, this is where we need to be smart about it. 3 liters is a fantastic guideline, but it's not a rigid, one-size-fits-all rule. As you can see here, your personal needs are going to change depending on your activity level, your body weight, and even the climate you're in. So think of it as a great starting point, not a strict prescription.
So, the million-dollar question is, how on earth do you actually drink that much water in such a short window of time without feeling totally bloated? Well, the answer is all about timing, which brings us perfectly to Section 4, the iftar to suhoor hydration schedule.
Okay, here is the practical game plan. The trick is to just spread your intake out nice and evenly. So aim for about 3 glasses around iftar, then another 3 before trawih, 3 more after your prayers, and then a final 3 during suhoor. See? By breaking it down like this, that big, scary 3-liter goal suddenly becomes a totally manageable series of small steps.
And this quote right here, this is the golden rule that makes that whole schedule work. Think about it. Gulping huge amounts of water all at once can make you feel full and uncomfortable. Plus, your body doesn't even absorb it that well. Sipping slowly allows for optimal absorption, keeping you hydrated without that awful bloated feeling.
All right, to pull all of this great practical advice together, let's finish up with our drinking guide. A super quick rundown of the essential do's and don'ts.
Okay, let's run through these lightning round style. Do prioritize plain old water. Don't go for the caffeinated or sugary drinks. They can actually dehydrate you more. Do keep a water bottle nearby as a constant visual reminder. And here's a simple little body hack for you. Do check your urine color. If it's pale yellow, you're golden.
Now, before we wrap up, a very, very important note. Everything we've talked about here is general advice for healthy adults. If you have any pre-existing health conditions, especially with your heart or your kidneys, it is absolutely essential that you speak with your doctor first to create a hydration plan that is safe for you.
So, there you have it. You've got the tools and the framework now to take total control of your hydration. Just remember, the real goal isn't about hitting some magic number. It's about being mindful and consistent so you can feel your absolute best. And that leaves just one question. How will you plan your hydration this Ramadan? Thanks for joining this explainer.